Hey, what's up guys? Clouded Truth here, back with another Battlefield 3 close quarters weapon review, and today I'm going to be covering the M5K personal defense weapon. And before I get into the actual review, I will say this: I am playing in the standard colored mode. I am not playing colorblind right now. I've just been going back and forth, switching between normal and colorblind, seeing if there's one I like better than the other. So that's why in both these games you'll see me using the M5K. I'm running the standard colored mode, not colorblind. So when I first unlocked the M5K, I was very excited, looking forward to using this weapon, trying it out. The iron sights aren't bad, they're not good. There's nothing like a FAMAS, or I believe the MTAR or MTAR 21 is not great iron sights either. But the M5K, definitely usable iron sights. However, you unlock the red dot sight very, very quickly. It might be your first unlock. I'm not 100% sure on that, so you can leave a comment if it is. But I think the reflex red dot is your first unlock. You get the holographic and laser sight very quickly afterwards, and then you eventually get the Cobra sight, which is my personal favorite on this M5K. But the M5K, I was really hoping it was going to be good. I was hoping this weapon would excel, and it has let me down, and the stats really show why. It fires at a very fast 900 rounds, which is tied for the P90 and just second behind the MP7 in the personal defense weapon class. That's very, very good for playing an aggressive style PW, especially on these brand new close quarters maps, which, I mean, of course, there are very, very close quarters, but that's really a definite plus when running around these tight corridors and rooms, which enemies are popping out every second. You want a weapon that's going to down guys very quickly, and the M5K will do that. However, it does have some negative downsides, and one of them is its damage for me. The range is a little bit short. It only goes out to 8 meters for a max of 20 damage, and the minimum damage will be 12.5 out to 40 meters. Now, that is a little bit higher than the MP7 and the P90, but the range for the max damage is a little bit lower than those other two PDWs. The standard magazine size, very small, only holds 20 rounds, so you're going to be looking at getting 1 kill per magazine until you unlock extended mags. And that was really difficult for me trying to get extended mags. It was kind of fun running around with suppressor for a little bit on this gun, but I mean, after a while you just can't get more than 1 kill, and that really frustrates me when using PDWs that have such a small magazine size, because you're trying to shoot and you can't. And another thing that really frustrates me about having the normal standard size mags of 21 when running around with the M5K is its reload speed, and that is just horrendous for me. I really do not like the reload speed. If you still have a bullet left, it will take 2.2 seconds to reload, and if you've completely exhausted all your shots, it's going to be 3 seconds even. Now, that doesn't sound that long. It's actually pretty similar to the P90, but think about this. The M5K holds 20 less rounds than the P90 and a less max damage range. I mean, overall, I found the P90 just really, I mean, outscores this gun in almost every single situation. It really does better, and when comparing it to the MP7, the M5K for me doesn't even amount to anything close to an MP7. The M5K has got the highest vertical recoil among all PDWs. I mean, it will really kick up hard. The side-to-side recoil is manageable. It's actually even at a 0.3 pull left and a 0.3 pull right, which is not quite as high as an MP7, which I believe is a 0.45 on its left and right recoil. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it is. But overall, the M5K really just kind of falls short. For me, it's kind of the third best PDW in my eyes, behind the MP7 and the P90. The MP7 and the P90 are kind of tied for the best PDW. Me personally, I'm more of a P90 guy over the MP7, but the MP7 really overall, probably statistically and just handle-wise, can kill guys quicker, and overall it's just a better PDW than the P90. So the M5K, if it can't really measure up to a P90, there's just no way it's going to measure up to an MP7. And honestly, I don't ever find a situation in which the M5K would do better than an MP7. The reload speed's too long. The magazine size is too small, because the MP7 extended mags will allow you to push that up to 40 rounds, which is a definite plus, allowing you sometimes to get an extra kill that will save your life. Whereas the M5K, I find myself relying on my sidearm way too much, which is why I'm still running around with this G18. Guys, if you're going to run the M5K, get your best sidearm out. Don't mess around with sidearms. Don't be like, oh, let me just try this wonky, I don't know, something, the M1911 suppressed, when usually you run like a 93R and you're like, oh, I just want to, you know, have some fun and whatever. No, get your best sidearm out when you're going to run the M5K. That reload speed is so long, and the magazine size is pretty small, even with extended mags, that, I mean, I'm pulling out my sidearm a lot, and I'm really having to rely on that heavily, and the Glock is definitely a great sidearm for me. I'm loving the Glock still. It's still probably my favorite sidearm, even over the 93R. and the 44 Magnum. But once again, guys, pick your best sidearm if you're going to run the M5K, because that will save your butts a lot of times, because you'll get in situations where you'll have to reload and there's going to be more enemies that you can't kill, and that reload speed just really kills this weapon. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. My final verdict is the M5K cannot measure up to the MP7, or really even the P90. It is a good PDW, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of the third best in my eyes. If you're looking to run a PDW, the P90 and the MP7, in my eyes, is much better. But if you like the M5K, it's comfortable in your hands, then by all means, use it and have some fun with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Talk to you later. Bye.